Hello collective, welcome to the channel. It is August 31st, 2025. I'm back with another message. Thanks for being here, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Collective energy, please. Storyline for the collective, please. All right, in the central energy, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. In the challenge position, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Working without results. And in the subconscious, we could have renewal, planning for the future, or there could be something that's laid to rest. In the recent past, Knight of Cups, Prince Charming, following a heart, getting all romantic, Libra, Scorpio, intentions, expectations. So they're making a romantic offer with the intention of gaining a wish come true. Nine Cups. In the near future, Death. The lens that's being looked through. Page of Pentacles. Got to go learn some new skill. Get a job in the environment. We've got the Two of Cups here. Marriage connections overseen by a Hierophant. Protected by God. Protected by a high value person. So these Two of Cups unions are approved by a Hierophant. Making these frivolous love offers in order to gain finances and a whole big old bunch of love. Yeah, I think that's at an end here. We've got a greater authority overseeing these types of connections. Hopes and fears. The Emperor. They're getting serious about these connections. No more frivolous, lustful hookups for profit. This is serious business. It's about balance. It's about settling energy, you know, two becoming one, finding balance, and then creating from that space in a good way. Not just feeding on happiness, not just feeding on the money. And the outgoing energy, please. Ten of Cups. blissful, divine, total love. This isn't just lust for profit. This is divine love. Somebody's in regret and disappointment because you have worked very, very hard to keep your boundaries up. It could be that the temperance angels are very ambitious and mean it when they say they want a happy territory. They want a nice, peaceful space for the Divine Mother in whatever aspect she appears in. All of them. Young, old. We've got, so trickery and conflict here is being dealt with by this King of Wands. Or perhaps there's a King of Wands who's been, he's either dealing with trickery and conflict and bringing them a nightmare, or he is in one. Take it as it resonates. And this is the completion of the cycle here for the, I think he might be bringing about a nightmare for whoever was messing around with Queen of Wands. King of Swords is here with the truth and clarity regarding this new opportunity, this passionate new opportunity, and their releasing baggage and moving on. This devil is responsible for managing their own stuff. Judgment is being called on behalf of the love of Divine Mother. This is a completion of that 10 of Wands burden that this devil has been placing her under, and the wheel turns. New love offers, these new love offers for love, for profit, are being disconnected. You've got a victory over that in the sun, a rebirth. Laying there last night, sometimes you listen to conversations and you're like in that in-between space, and it's like you don't really push the record button and speak into the recorder, but it's kind of flowing through you. There's a lot of inquiries going on, lots of questioning, lots of responses. Of course, I'm just over there. I want to hear it. But apparently that's going on. The Hierophant is quizzing these masculines on their intention. What have they been doing? Why have they been doing it? What led to this perception or this conclusion that made them think this was a good thing to do, and all this other kind of stuff that I didn't hit record on. I can't tell you what was being said because I wasn't really listening. I was just hearing. Conversations going through the mind. We got prophecy on the bottom of the deck. The personalities, the copycats, are being haunted here because you didn't do anything. You were very conscientious. You were keeping your mind, your house, your space, everything clean. You had a bunch of family members that put you through a whole bunch of drama that you had to freaking survive while being invisible. These ones with a narrow perception wanted your status of privilege, so they martyred you and took over your body and your life path. This freaking witch had expectations of taking that seat and being you in this service position. Freaking wise guy. Creating hardship. And fighting everywhere. Getting attention. Because they were coming after wholesome people who were taking good care of themselves and able to share that information and how they were doing it with the world. Whoa. They disconnected with this information. This freaking Here and now, in the grave, man. They're going to be made absent. These drivers are going to be made absent. And because you are seen as the perfect leader. And they're seen as a player, playing around with peace, using the freaking Ouija board. And love has a defense from the freaking creator. And now they're all chicken. All those people bringing you conflict are chickening out. These explorers are getting the message. You're being remembered. You're a happy person. People are happy that you're being remembered. And everybody can see how hard this entertaining industry, or whoever this is, family, whatever, they were horseplaying around, working real hard at it. Trying to take your purpose, keep you hidden, and appear as though they're important. Wow. This tribe wanted your position, your important position, and they wanted your home that belongs to the evermores, the innocent ones, and they were competing to be you, this snake. But it's time now for the backstory to be known regarding the change in this spiritual throne. These are puppet masters. They could be getting visits because that's what they were doing to people. Playing with their objectivity. It's like you're being congratulated because everything that you've been doing has been witnessed regarding the vanity of your ancestry. You are sovereign arcana who shines. And you've got a promise. There's a promise. You're going to be making an appearance. Your teacher is going to be making an appearance. This teacher will be making an appearance. This bohemian, this person who wasn't willing to be serious about their life, they were just out there willy-nilly throwing flower seeds everywhere and saying, woo, maybe they'll live, maybe they won't, I don't know. But now they got to survive because justice is here regarding their addiction to things, your things. And you've got forgiveness for your faith. You've been tested and you are getting forgiveness here. So we ran through that real quick just because it wanted to be that way. So in the central energy, we've got the Ace of Pentacles here. You could be getting a new job, or somebody's been eyeballing your abundance. Attention. Your abundance has brought attention, gained you some attention. This new venture has got some attention on it. We've got in the challenge position, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody has worked without reward, without results. They wanted your abundance. Justice in the reverse. Distractions. They were being they worked without results. So they were being unfair. They were being crooked, doing forbidden things. We've got the Four of Swords here. There could be some kind of renewal, recuperation, planning for the future, or something's being laid to rest. Hospitality in the reverse. Somebody's not getting congratulated. There's no congratulations. You have healed. They worked without results. They were being real shady. They were not being fair. Knight of Cups, offering a cup of love, romance, and charm. In order to gain a Nine of Cups, is being disconnected. They were in it for the money. They were in it for all of the energy. They were in it for the energy of love and for the pentacle. They can no longer pretend. Their mask is off. Prince Charming has been disconnected because he was in it for the Nine of Cups, the life of luxury. Their mask has come off, and we've got the Death card here. death, Ouija, peace. So there's death, and you got the Ouija board and peace. This could be the end of their peace. Oh, it's right here. Ouija board, elemental P. Where's the Ouija board? LMNO. Well, are you kidding? Ouija. Where's the card? It's not in the book. Well, anyway, the Ouija board is that thing where you talk to spirits, right? I don't know, it's not in the book. So they were like, there's death. It's like death and Ouija board. So death to the spirits who were what? Trying to affect your peace. You're returning to peace. You're at peace. Somebody was trying to destroy your peace, but you're peaceful. You're here, right here. There could be the end of these spirits affecting your peace. We'll get some more clarification. Page of Pentacles is here. There's going to be like work involved. Self-preservation. There could be a Page of Pentacles here who wants to learn something. They want to be able to learn how to protect themselves, how to self-preserve, how to what? Grow stronger, how to be strong in this Two of Cups union. So that what? So that they don't fall vulnerable to this third-party enemy profit scheme, maybe. Two of Cups unions here are being watched over or approved by the Hierophant. Hardship. They're being looked at very carefully regarding hardship. The Emperor is here. Disciplined regarding the foundational structure. He's in control. He gets to say yes or no as to what belongs here on this foundation. So the Hierophant is looking at the hardship that has been, and we've got the compass. So the Emperor is here. He gets to say who gets to stay, who gets to go. He's the directing the show now regarding the foundation for these Ten of Cups divine love unions and the compass that it is on. The pathway. We've got to change. There's a promise of change for those sovereign arcana beings who shine. No more being siphoned off of by the vanity of your ancestry. It's like there's a severance. They can't suck the life out of you anymore. They're being watched. The innocent ones are being watched very carefully and forgiven. Forgiven for any addictions or things. Look, we've got Bohemian here. Somebody who's not willing to, they want to be in the environment of things, but they could be addicted to things, but they don't want to work for it. Like they want a family, but they don't want to take care of the kids, kind of thing. They're a snake. It's time for the backstory of this spiritual throne to be known. There might be a visitation or an appearance of a teacher. To those competitions who were trying to appear as you. This is prophesied. There's something going down. There's something going down. Objectivity regarding hauntings for you, conscientious people who did not do a damn thing to deserve it. There's something going down. Death, spirit, peace. So this could be the end of the spirit's peace. They're no longer connected to you. They can no longer siphon off of you. They can no longer drink your life. The dead spirits who've been causing you such hardship, this is over for them. They wanted abundance. They're looking at your Ace of Pentacles. There's a lot of attention being placed here on your new venture, your new beginning that you're manifesting here. It could be a job, and maybe you got a job. There's a lot of attention that you're applying to this job. Maybe you're being watched. No love spells. So attention, there's a lot of attention on this Ace of Pentacles. The love spells are backfiring. You know that what's happening here. Love spells are backfiring. So they're working without results. Seven of Pentacles reversed. They were being very unfair, very unjust with these love spells. They were tapping into the mind and the heart energetically. They were bewitching people and then coming in with a love offer so that they could tap into the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. The love spells are backfiring. You know what they're doing. They're working magic, trying to manipulate and destroy people's free will choice by driving them into a decision magically. Deceitfully, entrapment is what it is. Magical entrapment. It's so funny how people out there that don't do magic don't believe this is actually happening. They think it's all science fiction. Move on. They were being unfair. They worked without reward. They were not being fair. They're moving on. The love spell did not work. You're paying attention. You're paying attention. This love spell did not work. They worked without results. They were not being fair. They're going to move on. We've got Four of Swords here. So there's some kind of a retreat. Like they have to back off. They're not being congratulated. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They were talking about Sagittarius. So whoever the Sagittarius is, they needed a Sagittarius sacrifice to balance out their own nastiness. If this is the same story. If not, then it's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The love spells did not work. They backfired. This Knight of Cups, who is coming in with romantic ideals, has been disconnected from the cycle. From the new cycle. Romance for gain. They can't pretend anymore. Their mask is off. They're seeing very clearly that they just want to take what you have and not contribute at all. South Node water sign. They're not able to fake it anymore. They're seeing clearly. They're a South Node water sign. We've got death, Ouija board, and peace. So it could be the spirits of the dead, death to the spirits, dead spirits affecting your peace. South Node earth sign. Page of Pentacles. Learning some new skills regarding self-preservation. How to be stronger in the face of hardship so that they don't crumble. And then, you know, agree to let somebody lead them, perhaps in a bad way. They thought somebody knew the way, and all it took was a sexual intimate encounter or a relationship. They figured that was the way. Let go. Let go. So there's some new skill development regarding self-preservation. Somebody's letting go, making room for the new beginning. Two of Cups unions are here with the Hierophant approving them. There's hardship. Looking at them. No hardship. Yeah, no hardship will be allowed in these Two of Cups unions. The Hierophant is here watching over this very carefully. The Emperor is here regarding puppetry. Perhaps he has the strings now. He's in control of the strings. He's in control of the puppet master. He is the puppet master. There is a shift in positions of authority. Patience. He could be looking at people who were manipulated, who were receiving some form of hardship, and who were patient during the gathering of evidences and whatever else the divine needed to gather here. You've got the Ten of Cups, divine love here, and there's a new pathway, a highway of love, total love and support. Total love and support. No lying. No lying. This is a new pathway. It's going to be honest, transparent, and, you know, confession. Everything out in the open. There's no lies. Everything out in the open. Total love and support. No lies, no sneaky business. No sneaky, shady business. On the honeymoon. On the honeymoon, in the marriage. Okay? We confess everything, we share everything with our partner. There are no lies. And we've got these third-party date night trying to get you pregnant to open up your heart. they're gambling. They're taking a gamble, or maybe you're taking a gamble by sleeping with somebody. Use caution, because there are challenges here regarding a gold digger. All right, they're doing something with pets in order to gain a marriage contract. These third-party enemies spying on your intuition. This narcissist trying to tap into your mind and your mental gifts. So be aware of that. We got a new foundation being laid here, and there are a lot of, I was listening to it all night. It's like somebody who had, like, they were extremely stable, knowledgeable. Everything was very calm. It was like one of those question answer things. It was almost like a spiritual court. And I was thinking, when I was listening to it, Perry Mason kept going through my mind. I kept envisioning Perry Mason in the courtroom talking, you know, questioning and stuff. And that's what it was sounding like to me. And then I didn't know at the time, but years later, I think after Perry Mason died, I didn't find out that he was an actual bisexual male or gay altogether. I don't know. I didn't really look into it. But it's just interesting that would come to mind. So it's like the Hierophant is here quizzing these third-party masculines as to their intentions, and, you know, where are they in their mental, you know, what's driving them. So just now I went to reach for some cards, and my fingertips caught the edge of my coffee cup. Kind of made a mess. So there could be some kind of a spill, some kind of a disaster. The cup is being emptied, like there's some kind of an accident. There's some kind of an accident, right? This is something that people usually take pleasure in. And because the fingers got in there and flipped it, it's like, it's unintentional. It's like they wasted their own cup. They wasted their own energy. They spilled it onto the floor. They worked so hard to get their cup, something in their cup, and then they spilled it onto the floor. I heard the curator talking the other day that there's a feminine in his group that wasted the energy. Ace of Pentacles, attention, love spell in the reverse, absent. They feel like part of them is missing without you. They're doing a love spell. The love spell backfired. You are giving it attention. You know that this is what they're doing. So you know that if there's any kind of inclination to accept a romantic proposal at this time, you know that it's a manipulation. We've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. They're working without reward. They're trying to do this love spell, and they're not being fair. They're being very unfair. They're not being honest. They're being very selfish. And they have to move on because you're not available. You're not available. You're absent. You're like you're gone. They're trying to pull you back in. They're trying to pull you back in. So maybe you've moved on and they want to mend this connection, but they're doing a love spell trying to get you back, and it's backfiring. So this has been laid to rest, and there's no congratulations. They have nothing to celebrate. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You might be a fire sign. Values. All about money. It's all about money for them. Swing for higher. Swing for freaking higher. They just want to tap your account. Claim it. Knight of Cups, Prince Charming, is being disconnected from this new cycle. Has been disconnected from this new cycle because that's in the recent past. Secrets. Because they weren't telling the truth. They weren't telling the truth. They were offering romance for profit. They were being a prostitute. It didn't have anything to do with love. This is a South Node water sign. Their mask is off. That could be that is a wish come true, that the masks are off. Nobody can trick you anymore. I heard these shrinksters, they were complaining that they weren't getting laid. And that the playing field had been leveled. So the masks are off. They can't trick anymore if you're paying attention. They can't use the Ouija board to sway you. Yeah, shadow side. The mask is off. This is a South Node water sign working in the shadows with death and spirits trying to affect your peace. With a earth sign South Node, maybe you are an earth sign. They want to flip you into South Node. They want to flip your peace into South Node. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Soul contract. They're trying to bring an end to a soul contract. This is the end of a soul contract. This is the end of a soul contract with spirits who were affecting your peace. There could be somebody here that's a South Node earth sign. Page of Pentacles is what they've been trying to work on. They've been trying to manifest a financial opportunity, and now they need to self-preserve. They need to take care of their own self because they've been let go. They've been let go. And then we've got self-love. It could be that they let go of self-love, of love for self. So now they got to try to figure out how to preserve themselves. They've been let go. They could have been let go by somebody who loves themselves. Why? Because they were bringing hardship, and there's no more of that. No more hardship. You cannot bring hardship to Two of Cups unions. The Hierophant is right here making certain that they know your mind, they know your heart. You're not going to be able to bring this to the table. You're not going to bring hardship to a soul tie anymore. No more of that. We got the Emperor here as a puppet master, or he's got control of the puppet master. We've got patience and guilty. So the Emperor is dealing with this puppet master. He's very patient, and he's dealing with the guilty. This says just a few more months. Whoever this guilty puppet master is, they're feeling the pain from the damage that they have caused. So be patient. There's like a few more months, and then good things will come to those who wait. We've got the Ten of Cups here, gets a new life path. It's going to be, there's no lies. It's confession. Hello, I squashed a spider. I don't know what to do. Okay, whatever. This is a honeymoon, so you're going to be very open, authentic, transparent with your person. No lies, no secrets. You're going to work together because it's two become one. You both have to manage the energy that you share and not go to war with each other. It has to be open, authentic, and transparent in order to be strong. We've got confusion here. So there's no lies, there's confession in this honeymoon, and then we've got confusion. So somebody's unclear about where you stand. It could be, so this is about holding back confusion. Or it could be that somebody is feeling broken and shattered because they've missed their opportunity with you, because the truth has been revealed regarding them trying to sabotage your commitment with a passion project. prideful, egotistical people, overwhelmed and overwhelming others. They want to talk, but there's been a detachment regarding familial responsibilities. They're confused, and we're going to confess everything. We're not going to lie in this new honeymoon phase and these new marriages to hold back confusion. There's some people feeling broken and shattered. They did not get the opportunity for a commitment with you because they're a liar, and it's seen. The truth is revealed about what they do. They miss their opportunity. Ooh, this card was not, I forgot to pick it up, but it says escape. So it could be that you have escaped. They've missed their opportunity. You have escaped. Oh, coffee. Got coffee on my cards. So, you got an Ace of Pentacles here. You're paying attention, and the love spells are backfiring. You are absent. You're absent. They feel like a part of them is missing without you. They're going under. They're drowning without you. They need to latch onto your pentacle here, your abundance. But the love spells are backfiring. They did not work. Blind spot. In the reverse, you can see very clearly. You're paying attention. There are no blind spots. They're working without results. They're being very unfair with justice in the reverse. You've moved on, and they're trying to fix this connection using magic. They're wanting to pull you in with a love spell. But you can see what they're doing. You're not blind to it anymore. And they're having anxiety. They're having anxiety. You moved on. They can't latch on to you anymore. It's like, oh no. So this has been laid to rest. And they're not being congratulated. This is a fire sign whose values were all about money. You could be a fire sign. No, this is a fire sign who's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whose values were all about money, and they were playing games with love in order to get it. Knight of Cups. Mr. Romance. Being disconnected from the new cycle. Because they lie. They keep secrets. The secret is they just want to tap into your abundance and your abundance of love. But they've lost. They've lost. They've been disconnected from your new cycle, from your Nine of Cups. Their mask fell off. This is a South Node water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and they're operating in the shadows. They're tired. Maybe you're tired. You're emotionally exhausted from dealing with this. You're going to let it go. You deserve a break now. So there's an ending here. And you got the Ouija board. There could be an ending of using the Ouija board. There could be a South Node Earth sign. Using a Ouija board. Working with spirits. And they've been what, trying to bring death to your peaceful soul contract, or this is the end of you dealing with them and you're getting a peaceful soul contract. Their cup is empty. Their cup is empty. Page of Pentacles needs to learn some new skills and preserve themselves, take care of themselves. They have been let go by somebody who loves themselves because they were guilty of lying, cheating, and stealing. So they've been let go by somebody who loves themselves. Because they were lying, cheating, and stealing. They got to go get a job and take care of themselves. They can no longer siphon off of you and your love. Two of Cups unions is here, being watched over by the Hierophant, a great authority. Whether this is a representative chosen by the Most High to actually look over these things, then it very well could be that as well. Take it as it resonates. He is approving of the Two of Cups connections. There will be no hardship brought to the soul ties in this environment. Those days are over. You're not going to come in with the Two of Cups union just so that you can F people up. Because they've been using love as an emotional escape and then they neglect it. So yeah, that's their secret. That's what they do. And that's over. They want forgiveness here, but that's just so they can step in and do it again. But this Hierophant is looking at their minds, and their minds are being quizzed. They're actually having to be honest because he can see very clearly the truth. They just have to confess it. Exit plan. There's no hardship. There's an exit plan here. There's an exit plan in place for these Two of Cups unions. The Emperor is here. It looks to me like he is the new puppet master, or he's dealing with the puppet master. Patience, just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. And we've got the guilty, feeling the pain from the damages that they have caused. Divine Mother in one of her aspects said to be prepared. They're not going to survive. And it could very well be that this Emperor is the new puppet master, returning the karmic intention that these ones have been putting out there with their love magic, with their death magic, with their hardship magic, all of that. Like, he's returning it all. And it's like just a few more months, because those who are guilty of putting that energy out into the world, who are now receiving it back because that's the fruits of their labor, it's just going to be a few months. And it's going to be really rocky, a really rocky road for them. It's going to be real hard. And so the next few months, some stuff is going to happen. Drowning. Somebody's going under. Somebody's going under. You got the Ten of Cups unions here and a new pathway. The new pathway is you're going to confess everything, even the slightest things. Hey, I spilled coffee on the wall, and it took me 40 minutes before I actually cleaned it up, kind of thing. Whatever, it might be a stain. We're going to hold back the state of confusion. And the dark side, we're going to hold back the confusion of the dark side, and that means we have to bring everything into the light. We have to confess everything. No lying, no keeping secrets, no hiding anything. We got to hold back the confusion of the dark, those things, those hidden things. So in order to do that, we have to confess them to each other, at least to your partner, your divine love, total love and support union. This is ending. People who have broken promises, they made promises to many flames. and left them there without their needs being met, in the dark. No touch, no feel, nobody to talk to, nobody to support them, no blankets, no freaking clothes, nothing. They targeted people with 9 cups of love and 1 big old pentacle of abundance, and then they broke their promises and left them with nothing while they took everything. Broke their promises. This is ending. They're going to be alone. They're going to be alone with nothing, and they're going to have to deal with their own stuff because they stole it all from somebody else. It never actually belonged to them. It was all deceitful lies that resulted in the pain of an abundant, loving producer of things in this world that are beneficial. They destroyed somebody like that so that they could go around and pretend that they were well off. They're reaching out, trying to connect with you. Love is eluding them. Things you no longer need are falling away to make room for the love that you deserve. They're in ruins because you're leaving. You're leaving, and they're going under. There's these childish people are going under, and they're struggling because everything is falling to pieces. This emperor is here driving them, or he's delivering back everything that this puppet master did. Everything that people did, puppeting others, false contracts, secret, false love contracts, purely with the intention to drain you of your happiness and your wealth. That's all going back on them, and we got burned. Long road, they're burned. This is going to be crushing. They have to face it. Life is going to be very hard for what they did to these diamonds at a distance. Their life is falling apart, and they want to escape. Their secret is that they've neglected everybody and everything, and now they want forgiveness for what? Tangling people up in a web of rabbit hole bullshit. Tempted by the snake they were, and now you're being fierce. You're being absolutely fierce, and they're grieving because they're seen as a weed. They're seen as a weed, and so they're grieving. Their idea of, success was to just go sleep with somebody who was successful, and then to flip them and copycat them. The love spell is backfiring. You are absent. They can't hide. There's no blind spot here. You've got full awareness and attention on. You've got your Ace of Pentacles. You are on high alert. You know what they're trying to do. Look, it's being podcast. It's all out there. You know what they're trying to do. They're trying to feed on you. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're working without reward. They're being very unjust, unfair, and they're being told to move on. They want to mend this connection, and you're like, move on, Jack, I don't want you. So now they're having anxiety, and they think you're a bitch because you won't give them what belongs to you. You won't let Mr. Schwankster come in and F you and then drain you of your success. Why would you want to pay everything that you have earned to somebody whose only intention is to take it from you and then to leave you in darkness, needing, tired? Oh, they're mad, but it's just a game to them. It's just a game to them, right? So it's being laid to rest. You're retreating. They have to retreat. They're not being congratulated. This is a fire sign whose values are all about money, and they play games with love. They are never serious about it. This is a shadow demon playing games with love for money. There's no congratulations here. They were unsuccessful with you. You can see very clearly what it is that they are doing. The love spell backfires. Mr. Romance, Knight of Cups here, is being disconnected from your new cycle because of all the secrets, because of all the lies they have lost. They feel like they've been abandoned. They need to go learn how to take care of themselves. Or they lost you. They lost you, somebody who took care of them. Take it as it resonates. They got to go take care of themselves. You're getting a wish come true, a life of luxury. Their masks are off. This is a South Node water sign in the shadow. You're tired of dealing with this person and you deserve a break. You're an empath. You're tired of dealing with this person in the shadow. It's like, look, just get off, man. Get off. You're an empath. You're getting your reward. So we've got death, Ouija board, South Node earth sign. It's like you have a soul contract here that is peaceful and their cup is empty. This is the end of this spirit, this South Node, whatever this is, using spirits to attack you. An influencer. You could be an influencer. Or maybe this is somebody that didn't offer anything. That they were what? Communicating with spirits and they weren't offering any good influence. Empty truth. They weren't sharing the truth. Coming after the contract, a soul contract of a peaceful influencer. Coming after the soul contract of a peaceful influencer is what they were doing. And so we've got South Node earth sign and death. And Ouija board empty. So they didn't get what they were looking for. But they were coming after your soul contract, peaceful influencer. So there's death for a South Node earth sign. Death for the Ouija boards weren't able to fill the cup. Their cup is empty. So whatever spirits they were working with here, playing games with the shadow demon and love, coming after the soul contract of a peaceful influencer. Isn't that something? Their cup is empty. So we've got, there's this page of Pentacles needs to develop some skills regarding taking care of themselves because they've been let go by somebody else who actually does. So they've been let go by self-love. Okay, I love myself and I'm letting you go because you are lying, cheating, stealing, and I don't want to have anything to do with you. These people or this person has lost somebody who actually knows how to take care of themselves because they were lying, cheating, stealing, narcissist, a guilty narcissist. Two of Cups unions are being carefully investigated and researched by this Hierophant. He will approve or not approve. There is no hardship going to be brought to these soul ties. There's an exit plan. Somebody wants out. Somebody's getting pushed out. We're getting the land back. Somebody wants an exit plan. There is an exit plan. There's an exit plan. Whoever has been bringing hardship to soul contracts are out. They're out. They're going out. They're leaving. And we're getting the land back. So they're leaving the land. They're leaving the territory. Anybody who's playing games with love, these shadow demons, spirits, whatever, with the Ouija board, they're getting out. This Emperor here is delivering back to this puppet master or whatever. He's in charge of the reins. He's in charge of the reins. Patience, just a few more months, good things will come. The guilty ones are feeling the damage from the pain they have caused. It's a rocky time right now. It's a rough road, but it's worth it. Just keep going. So a few more months. He's delivering karma right now. There's a karmic return happening on those who were driving and manipulating others for profit, using sex and proper words of love. Smile in your face. Legend. This Emperor's a legend. Ten of Cups, divine love unions, total love and support has a new pathway here. The pathway is you're going to confess every single thing, even the little slightest things like, hey, whatever, I don't know, I broke the stick, something. You could confess like I experienced yesterday, a big face in the moss of a tree watching us all freaking day during ceremony, you know? You could confess this kind of stuff. There's no lies. I see a spirit in that tree. Maybe we should investigate it. What the heck? So you're holding back confusion from the dark side. The Starseed warns of that kind of stuff. I see it. Hey, there it is right over there. We should probably do something about that, you know, because we've got trauma bonded simp trolls out there doing the very least to gain the very most, and they know how to astral project and all this other kind of stuff, right? And they love to love bomb and gaslight those with billionaire statuses, these starseeds. So now the starseed has to get out there and then alert. Hello. So people were making conspiracy theories. There's no conspiracy theories. They were doing it and snacking on people. And now you're telling these feral vampires to go F themselves because you're not going to feed them anymore. They're triggered by this unicorn oracle. They're like, oh, stop talking. This cult leader, fashion witch, or this fashion witch and this cult leader are jealous of you. They don't want you to speak. But you're coming into your status of privilege, your life of luxury, your wish come true, and they're being told to stay in their own lane. They will stay in their own lane. They're being moved. They're being removed. The Hierophant is, I heard him last night, all freaking night, and so calm with the authority. You know, it wasn't berating. It wasn't accusatory. It wasn't anything other than inquisitive. Asking a question, getting an honest answer, and they can't lie. And either they're going to leave or they're going to be able to stay. But there's a lot of guilt here and a lot of letting go. This page is being let go. They got to go take care of themselves. This Knight of Cups is being disconnected from the new cycle. They've got to go take care of themselves. The Emperor is delivering karma back to those who were driving the minds and the lives of others. Just a few more months, it says. Be patient. I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards from this. Dang, I guess I got coffee everywhere. Going to have to do a cleanup after I'm done here. Restore innocence. You've got your Ace of Pentacles abundance here. You are abundant. You've got a lot of good stuff going on. You've learned a lot of skills. You are a hard worker. You're original and you can manifest whatever it is you set your mind to. You're paying attention. You're not blind. You're not going to be surprised or blindsided by somebody, because this love spell that they're trying to do on you, like they feel like a part of them is missing without you, so they keep doing love spells, but you know it. They're being announced. It's like maybe you're announcing it, maybe they can announce it themselves. Blah, 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 blah. You can see it coming, and we've got restore innocence. It's like, no, we're not doing any more love spells. You know, there will be innocent and pure connections. There won't be driving people into this intimate union when somebody is an enemy, thief, whore. selling their sex for profit and pain of another life that actually can manifest good things in this world. So we've got, they've been working without reward. They've been being very unfair with justice in the reverse. You're telling them to move on. They're very challenged by this. They want to fix this connection. They're full of anxiety. They think you're a bitch because you won't let them bang you anymore. You won't give them your Ace of Pentacles. You're not going to pour your Nine of Cups onto somebody who actually is deceitfully trying to lure you into their energy or get you to open up their energy. That this love spell with magic, they're trying to manipulate you for profit, and they think you're a bitch because you know the truth and you won't do it. You're like, hey, move on, man, move on. And we've got allow anger. It could be that they're challenged because you're allowing anger. You know, they want to say that you're full of venom. They want to say that there's malice in you. And the only thing about this is you might be tired of being RAPED in the mind, in the energy, in the heart space. You might be tired of people using proper words of love, but actually seething with this need and greed and hatred toward you, just waiting for the moment that they can flip you and replace you. I mean, this is awful. Allow anger. They're upset. They think you're a bitch because you're like, look, I don't want to deal with you anymore. And there's no malice here. There's just, I want you to cease to exist in my world. That's it. I don't care what happens to you. I just don't want to know of your presence anymore. And it sounds like that's what's happening. The Hierophant and the Emperor are here. There's no more hardship. You're not bringing hardship to the minds of the people with this driving of this stupid, forbidden puppetry bullpucky. This Ouija board nastiness. Look, so this is being laid to rest. These ones are not being congratulated. This is a fire sign whose values are all about money. This is a shadow demon playing games with love. And we've got cultivate a story. Number 31. You are made of moonlight and stories. The night and its wilding creatures know this. When you need a change in your narrative, seek their counsel. Some stories lift you up, encouraging your potential and inherent magic. Other stories limit, diminish, and destroy your worth. You are being asked right now to consider which stories you are listening to and which ones you are telling. Telling yourself a story of empowerment will bring a surge of energy. Notice how your shoulders relax and your breath deepens, your heart warms. Telling yourself a story of scarcity and disempowerment leaves you tight, small, and cramped. While we are very selective about the books we read and the stories we watch on film, we are far less selective about the stories we tell ourselves. Now is the time to question the narratives you are allowing into the ear of your spirit. Choose the helpful ones. So right now, you've got this shadow demon out here, fire sign, whose values are all about money. They're coming in. They're wanting to play a game of love with you. You know the truth of it. You're not blindsided. You know that there's a story being cultivated here which is untrue, and you're not listening to it. You're like, hey, I see you. I can see you. I'm not blind. I'm not blind. I can see you. I can see you. So you made yourself absent. You announced it. It's like, hey, dude's doing a love spell, whatever, do that. And you're restoring innocence. It's like, stop. So it's like, yeah, it's like these ones won't be able to trap people with this magic anymore. Knight of Cups, Prince Charming is being disconnected from your news cycle for lying, for keeping secrets. They have lost somebody who takes good care of themselves, and they have lost, and they have to learn how to take good care of themselves. They have to go learn to be that which they depend upon. They got to go mind that monkey. Number 27. The monkey mind is part of your psyche that can turn your enthusiasm and bravery upside down. He is the trickster that chants words of not enoughness into your ears. He says your gifts and talents will never be enough. Your ideas and plans are a waste of time. You won't amount to anything. If you dare to act on your bravest dreams, he is the one accusing you of being a fraud, an imposter. Like an intimidating parent or a disapproving teacher, all he has to do is cast a glance at your creative spark and you shrink, convinced you'll never be enough. So you hide your gifts. Or worse, you refuse to develop them. Suffer his tricks too long and your creativity drowns in doubt. You're being invited right now to question your thoughts and search for the monkey mind in their midst. Are you listening to the thoughts that match your true sparkling nature, or ones that pull your sparkle down into the depths of lostness? Only you can choose whom to listen to. So this person has been dragged down into the monkey mind. They have lost their mind into this space. They're being disconnected from you, and they've got to figure out how to take care of themselves in this space. They got to reject the monkey mind. They got to get control over the monkey mind. This narcissist, this guilty narcissist. They got to control themselves. They can't just deflect, project, and make other people pay the price of their shadow behavior. You're getting a wish come true, a life of luxury. You're an empath. You can see clearly and you care. You still care. You're not some vicious, malicious grudge holder that wants to get revenge no matter how many years go by or cycles or whatever. This person's mask or these people's masks are off. You can see they're a South Node water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and they work in the shadows. And they're tired. They're tired and you're tired. You're emotionally exhausted from dealing with this. It's like, look, I'm out here trying to add value to my soul, and you're out here trying to tear me down. Get off me. Get off me. Get off. You deserve a break now, collective. You deserve a break from this. It's ridiculous that you have to fight to become something, and then you've got these people trying to drag you back. I mean, why won't they just walk forward with you? I don't understand that. They have the opportunity to become like you, but instead they want to make you go away and then just wear whatever it is that you have accomplished as though they did it. And it's crazy to me. We've got listen to the music of your soul. So everybody's going to be listening to the music of their soul. Number 19. There is music that comes from the deep. You don't hear it on a phone or a streaming service. In fact, to hear this music, you must disconnect from all devices and enter the silence of nature. Walk on the beach. Sit with your back against a tree. Pet an animal in silence. Enter the space between sleep and waking and tenderly present with your wild animal body. Listen deeply. The music is from the echoing halls of Source and can only be heard when you lay your head down to your soul and listen. Most of us put this kind of listening off until we are in breakdown, forced to slow down due to crisis. Don't wait for that moment. Take a break, disconnect, seek nature. The rhythm of your belonging will sing to you. Tune out reality and surrender to the harmony of the truth you find there. You're tired of dealing with this mess. These people of the shadow, or this person of the shadow, they've been casting death over you with the Ouija board, these spirits. This is a South Node Earth sign. So you've got a South Node water sign and a South Node Earth sign trying to empty your cup because their cup is empty. They're targeting a peaceful influencer and their soul contract. And we've got bravely go. Bravely go. So this influencer has got the card number 9, bravely go. Remember the adage, speak softly and carry a big stick? If you've never heard of it, it basically means it's time to move forward bravely while carrying your awareness and discernment like a weapon. You already know which way to go. This is the moment to get up and move toward the path you're being called to, even if the way is dark or scary, especially if it's dark or scary. The only way to cure inertia is to move. So put your brave boots on and get busy. If there's something in your life that scares and excites you at the same time, it's almost always the best thing ever. You get a chance to prove to yourself that you're bigger than your fear, while also showing yourself you're worthy of every inspirational and thrilling experience you can dream up. Do it. Do it. Bravely go, influencer. Bravely go into the wilderness of this new peaceful soul contract that these ones are trying to cast death over, but it's backfiring on them. Everything's backfiring on them. Their cup is empty, and you're bravely going forth. Page of Pentacles has got to learn some new skills about preserving themselves, because they have been let go from somebody who cares for themselves, who loves themselves, who's still trying to heal from the malarkey that they've had forced upon them. These ones have lost their self-care guru, and they're guilty of being a narcissist. They're an abuser, and so they're getting cut off from people who actually love themselves. You've got somebody who despises themselves, sucking the life out of somebody who cares for themselves. It's wild. This is no longer going to happen. This is the end of their relationship with batteries. Per the divine. There's a being much greater than these ones out there. Be aware of the happy toxins. So be aware of happy toxins. I'll just say it here. Number 16. Number 16. Some of the prettiest plants are poisonous. Look at this situation from many angles. Play devil's advocate. You will be tempted to act, but discernment is what you need first. When you see happy, red, delicious berries, it's your job to investigate. Sometimes what is too good to be true is indeed good and true. Sometimes you get to devour all that tasty goodness, moving beyond fear and doubt to risk greatness. Other times you would be better off to say no and cleave to your current commitments. This is one of those times. Enjoy the happy right now, but investigate it closely. Something isn't as it appears. You've got a guilty narcissist here. Beware of the toxic berries. They will try to feed you something that looks wonderful and delicious, but it's poison. You got to let them go. You got to let them go. Let them take care of themselves. The Two of Cups unions are under review right now by this Hierophant. He's not allowing any hardship to come into these soul ties. There's an exit plan for those who do these things, and they're taking the land back from them. Those people who have committed chaos and have brought hardship to the mental body of their romantic interests or connections, they're being let go, and the land that they have is being taken from them. They're being moved off the territory. Remember the wooby. There's comfort being returned. Wooby is the blanket that the child holds that can't let it go, right? The comforter. So remember the wooby is this Hierophant restoring back to the land a sense of comfort, a sense of peace. For the child, embraced by nature. The Emperor is delivering karmic return to those who were driving the minds and lives of others. Patience, just a few more months, good things will come. The guilty are feeling the pain from the damage that they have caused. It's been a rough road for you. It's worth it. Keep going. You're a legend. You're a legend. You're creating a legacy or a legend, or maybe you already have one and you're just adding to it. We've got embrace effortlessness. So this could be effortless. Whatever you have gone through, whatever value you've added to your soul Emperor here, it's making this task effortless for you. You're legendary. Number 33. We weren't raised to work with the ebb and flow of energies. We were raised to determine a course of action, have goals, and stick to them. The message has been, if it's challenging, uphill, exhausting, or overwhelming, keep going. Suffer the hardship because it makes the reward so much sweeter. This has led us to go against our own divine nature, punishing ourselves with struggles that feel uphill and suffocating. But the way of Source is to work with the flow. Now is the time to turn off the should in your mind. Turn your energies downhill. Let go of the idea that your dream or decision requires you to toil. Yes, you are in for hard work and commitment, but no, you don't get extra points for suffering. Let others have that battle. It's your time to relax. Call on your invisible allies. Let Source and its flow be your partner in this achievement. He's a legend when it comes to flow. He's the karmic deliverer. He's delivering all of that karmic debt of the puppeteer back onto them. It's legendary. 10 of Cups unions are here. Total love and support. They have a new path, and the new path is confession, sharing everything, every detail, even the slightest one. There will be no lies. Everything will be revealed, no matter how it is. In this new honeymoon phase, in this new beginning, in these new weddings, that's exactly how it's going to go. We're gonna hold back the confusion created from the dark side. And we've got star seeds here announcing the threat, raising the warning. This is what it is. You're a star seed. You can see clearly. You're an empath. You can feel the energies around you. You may have clairaudience. You may have clairsentience. You can see things that other people can't see, trying to creep in on your ceremony, on your life. Remember who you are. There's a great knowing within you. Remember who you are. Number 39. This moment boils down to this. You are not your circumstances. You are not your crisis, pain, shame, or diminishment. Your anxiety and trauma are lying to you. Endeavor to remember the truth in your core. Like Mnemosyne, ancient Greek goddess of memory, you are starlight and seashell, moon pearl and mothwing. Now is the time to remember who you were before the world told you who you should be. Allow yourself to take up all the space you need to express your particular genius. Let yourself love who and what you love unabashedly. Make no apologies for what feels most natural and alive to you. Call upon the wisdom of the ancestors that swim through your veins, carrying the song of sky and sea along the chambers of your heart. Awaken true memory. Remind yourself you only need to honor your nature to embody true belonging. Bloom in the mud. Water lily. Focus. Quest into the subconscious. Know thyself. This is your do-over. Communion. Interconnected. Remember the bones, your ancestors. Take action. Protect your boundaries. that's the message that I have for you right now. I hope that it brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.